Bro, I'm using these drums all the time in all of my beats. And I literally have millions and millions of streams using these exact same drums. Why do I need to keep making drums, bro? Back in 2019, I released my first ever drum kit, L.Dre Drum Kit Volume 1. I was broke, living in my garage, just doing whatever I can to try and make a living off of my music. If I remember correctly at the time, I was really focused on leasing beats on BeatStars. And one of those things happened where I'm trying to sell beats, so I'm making videos of me making beats, but then I ended up having a bunch of producers as followers instead of rappers who I was actually trying to get so I can make that money. So the natural next step in a producer's career when that happens is to make a drum kit, right? Now that drum kit dropped way before I found the L.Dre sound. I was doing trap, R&B, a little bit of boom bap stuff, so that kit was kind of all over the place. So back in 2020, as I was really getting my lo-fi career off the ground, I created my second drum kit, L.Dre Drum Kit Volume 2, and that was when I was more in my bag of lo-fi. I was going around sampling sounds around my house and processing them and making these really unique textured sounds that were perfect for lo-fi and boom bap kind of beats. And let me tell you, that sample pack did really well. That was the launch of ProdByLJ.com. I started dropping merch. I started taking all that stuff a lot more serious, and the income followed. Let me tell you, when I first dropped that pack, and I had the Shopify app on my phone, it was going ding, 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 ding all day. So naturally, I was just like, I gotta keep doing this. So I believe every year since then, I've released a new drum kit. 2021 was Volume 3, 2022 was Volume 4, and now in 2023 with L.Dre Drum Kit Volume 5, I feel like we are at the end of the road for this series. Now, before I get into the who's, the whys, the wah, the tears, let me just show you the pack. Here it is, L.Dre Drum Kit Volume 5. Now, with every single new pack, I've always tried to level up and do things differently. So this pack is well over 200 sounds, and there's a lot of cool new additions that weren't in the previous packs. Let's take a look. Starting off with the one-shots, we got like 50 Foley sounds, 10 cool effect sounds, 20 hi-hats, 15 kicks, 20 percussion shots, 15 snares, and the latest and greatest addition to the L.Dre Drum Kit series is the Vox. So the Vox shots are really cool. I'll show you those in a second, but let's hear some of the sounds. Let's hear some of the kicks. You know what I'm saying? That good old L.Dre sound, hi-hats, effects, Foley. Foley is key. Don't sleep on the Foley. Lots of good stuff in there. Snares. You might be aware one of those was a clap. It's just like, it's a snare to me, bro. I don't care. Percussion sounds. Now let's take a look at the Vox. The Vox is one of my favorite parts of this. With the addition of Vox shots, it can really take your beats to a whole new level. I'm not sure if you ever saw my free pack called Nostalgia, where I had a bunch of TV and film vocal shots in it. So what I did is I took that idea and expanded on it and found little short snippets and put effects on them so you can like, it was heavily inspired by Cooking Soul. You know, in a Cooking Soul beat, it's like the beat's going and you just hear, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, so check it out.
Bring it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
No!
You know what I'm saying? That stuff is fire, bro. Like, that is really gonna turn your beats up. Now, onto the drum loops, of course. This time, we got even more drum loops. We have 20 full drum loops, including all of the stems. So I don't know about you, but you get a drum kit pack and there's loops in it, but there's no stems. So like, let's say the hi-hat is really hard on the kick, like I was mentioning in my last video, you'd have to go in and like put a new kick on that and delete that kick and all this other stuff. But no, right now, if you don't like how any of the things are layered in the full drum loop, you just go to the stems, check it out. I'll give you a little example. Drum loop 2. Go to stems, drum loop 2, kick is separate, hi-hat is separate, snare is separate. Super intuitive, super clean. I hope you like it. Hi-hat loops, aka the groove starters. This time we had the addition of live hi-hats. I went to the studio with my homie Grizzy. He's a dope rapper, but he also used to play drum in church. So I was like, yo, let's try to record some stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that great at mixing live drums, so I didn't really like how the breaks were sounding, but I did get some solid hi-hat loops. We got 10 percussion loops. We got some hi-hat MIDI loops. Just drag it in, put any hi-hat you want, and you're gonna instantly get that lo-fi L.Dre groove. And yeah, with all that, it's nearly 1 gigabyte of sounds, like well over 250 sounds in this pack, which will lead you to making stuff like this. Super simple drum loop. I might drop this song, let me know in the comments. Essentially, this track is literally a hi-hat loop, a percussion loop, rim 3, kick 6, and some Foley. That's all it is to this drums. You might have heard this on my Instagram or my YouTube shorts. I made this beat to promote the preview pack. So yeah, let's get into why this is gonna be the last kit in the L.Dre Drum Kit series. And honestly, the real answer is like, I don't know if it could get better than this. If you're familiar with all my packs, you guys know, I think it was starting with volume 2. I started with this one kick called Fave Kick. And then I love that kick so much, I use it in all my beats. So in the next 2 packs, I took that same kick, tweaked it a little bit because I noticed like, you know, sometimes it could be a bit muddy. So I EQ'd some of the low end out. And then I caught that Fave Kick 2. Same thing with Fave Kick 3 in L.Dre Drum Kit, I believe volume 4, the most recent one. It's the same exact thing, but I think I added knock on it just so it could knock a little harder. But it's kind of stuff like that where it's like, bro, I'm using these drums all the time in all of my beats. And I literally have millions and millions of streams using these exact same drums. Why do I need to keep making drums, bro? Is it just for the money? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, pretty much like while I was making this pack, I was trying to make it as different as possible and make sure that I was making sounds that I will be personally using in my beats for the next year. That's why I only release 1 pack a year, because it's like, all right, I use the packs for an entire year. And then I'm like, all right, yeah, maybe I'm a little tired of it. And I start making something different. I know I started making drum kits just for the money, but you guys have been so supportive of this. I really miss streaming because we used to get on Twitch and like use these drum loops and contests. I have a contest coming soon for L.Dre Drum Kit Volume 5. It's going to be email based. So sign up to my mailing list on proudbylj.com if you haven't already. Get on that list. That's where the contest will be held. We're going to have some cool prizes or whatever. But yeah, it started out as about the money, and then I had fun doing it. And then, you know, it's really cool to just be using your own sounds in all your beats, because then now everybody knows the L.Dre sound because I'm using all the same sounds. I'm literally using the same, maybe 5 kicks, snares, and hi-hats recycled through my packs. So yeah, it's a great kit. And with all my packs, if you have all 5 of them, like, you should be set for a very long time. I know as producers, we always want to mix it up. We don't want to ever get stale, but I promise you, I've been using these drums. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but they're kind of timeless, bro. But the title is a little bit clickbait because I still love making kits. Proudbylj.com is something I'm really focused on growing. So instead of once a year when I get bored of my previous drum kit, I make a new one. I'm just gonna start making more curated packs. A lot of you guys say my drums are too hard. So what if I just made a really soft, lo-fi girl type drum kit? You know what I'm saying? So I'll still be making drums, I'll still be making kits, but they'll just be more curated and not so focused on me as a brand and all that kind of stuff. It'll be more theme-based or something, I don't know. We're just out here having fun, dude. But I just really wanna thank you guys for supporting this series and purchasing it, using it in your beats. L.Dre Drum Kit Volume 5 is out now. The link is in the description. And for my YouTube people that made it all the way to the end of this video, I got a special code for you. The first 25 people to use the code that's on the screen, because I haven't thought of a code right now, we'll get 20% off of the pack. And if you're hesitant and you don't want to buy it yet, there is a free preview pack. Talked about it in my last video. It has a few drum loops from the pack. All the sounds in those drum loops obviously are sounds from the pack. Go use those loops, try them out, and then if you like it, come back. Oh yeah, and then the last video, I told you guys to make a beat with the preview pack and send it to me, and maybe I'd feature one in the next video. And shout out to CMJ. Check out this track he submitted. But yeah, go grab the kit. Let me know what you think. Keep an eye out on your email for the contest details. Peace. Catch you in the next one.